You know, the goal that we are all here for is to create greater opportunity for individuals with disabilities. And there's a reason for that, and that is simply that everybody understands the importance of work, of contributing, of serving, and no one should be denied that dignity and that reward. And so that is the reason that we pull together. I've experienced this firsthand in the governor's office, and that is when we worked with Pathfinders to hire an individual by the name of Derek Mack as part of my team. Derek is right over here doing an amazing job for me, greeting in the governor's office, doing many other responsibilities that he's being trained on. But that smile you'll see sometimes when you come into the governor's office. And so I'm delighted to have Derek on our team, and we want to expand that opportunity in state government. And that is the reason that I issued a directive to state agencies telling our state agencies that we need to have a greater emphasis to hire individuals with disabilities. And whenever you give a directive like that, you want to find out exactly where you are to begin with. And it might not be exactly the news that you want to hear, but you have to start the baseline. You have to figure out where we are. And so I also created the actually reconvened the Employment First Task Force. And that is of leaders in state government to look for opportunities for those with disabilities to have job opportunities in state government. And we did a survey of our state agencies, seeing where they are in employing those, recruiting those, and training those that may have a disability. And so on the efforts to hire, recruit, and retain, we did a survey, and here are the results in summary fashion. 59% were doing a poor job. 19% was doing a good job. 13% doing an excellent job. Now that shows we've got a lot of work to do, right? But it also shows that they're focused on it and they want to do better, and under my direction and the direction of the task force, we will do better. And we also have to recognize the work of the private sector. It's not just state government, obviously, we're just one employer in the state of Arkansas, but it's the private sector that provides these opportunities. So we want to lead by example. We want to make sure that we set the example for the private sector. And I wanted to recognize the Attorney General who came in with me as well, Leslie Rutledge. Give her a hand. We had a conversation earlier, and her heart is with those with disabilities, and I appreciate her awareness of this as well. There's some things that we have done together with the General Assembly, and one is passing the ABLE Act, which allows individuals to set up savings accounts. Those with disabilities can set up a savings account without risk of losing your benefits. And benefits are important because that's the safety blank, but that should not prevent you from being able to work or to save as well. I was delighted to sign that legislation into law. We passed Act 50 that reduces the developmentally disabled waiting list that is currently at 3,000. That allows a portion of the tobacco settlement funds to go to provide services for those that would be on the disability waiting list. This will cover 500 to 900 people depending upon the level of services that are required. More to be done, but this is the first time we've had movement on that disability waiting list in a long, long, long time. I also want to thank Adrian Duncan, Chair of the Independent Living Council. I also want to express appreciation to Sean Scarborough, who gave that excellent message earlier as Chair, Executive Director of the Martin Luther King Commission, Eric Munson, who is the Director of the Government Council on Disability. Thank you for your work, Eric, as well. And that leads me to one of the purposes that I'm here today. And I see Julie Mayberry, former representative there as well. But I want to sign House Bill 1882 into law today, and I would ask my colleagues, the legislature, to join me over at the table. And this bill allows greater accessibility for vans in parking lots and holds people more accountable if they abuse that privilege. All right, as governor, I've now signed House Bill 1882 into law. It is now the law of Arkansas.